in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can hate him for not making that fight happen, but this is an unbiased show. We talk boxing. If it is just some missed details, the Double RT Boxing Show, Mr. A is here to help you, because that's what we do. We talk that boxing, spit that fire on the internet, dragging on the net, hashtag dragging on the net. Follow me at Twitter at RRTB Show. Double RT, the Double RT, the Double RT Boxing Show with Mr.A. Welcome back to the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Spit that fire. This is the Ready Talk Boxing Show. You follow me on Twitter at RRTB Show. Where we are hashtagging dragging on the net because the show is hot. We spit it. That hot shit, spit that fire. Thank you for your time and support. You tuned into another breakdown and prediction of the undercard of the Gassiev Yusuf fight. Usnik fight, I should say. And this one is for the WBA International Super Middleweight. And the former Super Middleweight champion, Fedor Chudinov, taking on Najib Mohammedi. Straight out the gate, this is going to be Mohammedi needs to he's going to have to show some balls in this fight, I believe, because he's coming in the taller man. This is a 12-round fight. He's 5'11 and a half against a 5'9 and a half. Even though he's a taller man, he's giving up 2 inches in reach. He's 40-5, no draws with 23 knockouts. 40 wins, 5 losses, 23 knockouts. Fedor 17-2 with 12 knockouts. Now we've seen George Groves, even though he outboxed and eventually knocked Fedor out, even the talented boxer and the good jabber that Groves is, he couldn't stop Fedor from just rushing in, not rushing in, but getting in his chest, applying that pressure. And George Groves had to circle all around the ring, time him coming in, move again, get him back off the ropes. Fedor was kind of able to dictate where he wanted Groves, but Groves was a technique boxer to fight himself out of those positions he didn't want to be in. Is Mohammedi that type of fighter? Because Groves fought himself out of bad predicaments. Fedor put him against the ropes, was in his chest in the middle of the ring. Does Mohammedi have the pop, the power, the footwork, the craft, the punch selection, the timing to stop Fedor from just put him in those positions? Because if he could put George Groves in uncomfortable positions, I think he's going to be able to do it with the pressure on Mohammedi. And I don't believe Mohammedi is as skillful boxer as George Groves. I don't think he hits hard as George Groves. And I don't think he has the same level of determination as George Groves. So this is going to have to be a good willpower check for Mohammedi, because every fight I've seen, the only fight I've seen Mohammedi win was his last one, though. Was it Houdani or something? Modani, when it was Mohammedi versus Maduni or something. What was that little? Hadali Muhammadi. That's the only fight I've seen him win. I didn't see the last fight before that, and the Roman Shurapa. He won those fights, but his big fights, the ones when he faces a name, he goes down. Sergey Vazdik. Then he beats Shurapa and Mohammedi, very similar. Mohammedi. He beat those two guys in decisions, but he gets knocked out when he steps up in competition. And like I said, Fedor Chodaev, 17 wins with 12 knockouts, a pressure guy. Like I said, and he walked himself into punches that Groves was able to just use his momentum and crack them. Now, Najib does have a pretty overall nice selection. You know, he crouches down low. He gives different angles. He's a nice step back fighter, but I don't know if he's a back foot fighter. You know, he's giving up 2 inches on reach. So is he gonna be able to step back like Groves and let Fedor walk into stuff, walk into an uppercut? I give him the better footwork because Fedor really don't have no footwork. He just follows you around the high guard and puts pressure. Defensively, he has no defense either. You know, he's a high guard blocker and he just eats punches. That's why George Groves was able just to accumulate a lot of punches on him and knock him out. So even defensively, footwork and ring generalship, I'm going with Najib. Defensively, I'm going with Najib. I like how he changes levels. He goes in and out. He moves around the ring. He had keep a gap control. And on punch selection, Fedor has wide punches. You know, even though he does good pressure and he gets on you, he loops his hooks to the body. He loops them. You know, so you could punch within his hook. You could definitely punch within Fedor. You know, he's not the technique is not the on sight, on point technique fighter. It's that pressure getting to you. You know, he works your body. He works upstairs. He works behind a jab, but his punches are wide. You could definitely punch within him. Like power, I go with him. But punch selection, jab, I'm going with across the board. I'm going with Najib, except for the power, and I think that's what it's going to be. I think the pressure and the power, because I don't think Najib could fight on the back foot. Now, if he could somehow follow the George Groves blueprint, you know, escape, punch, and just clinch. Because George Groves was holding and pushing him back, pushing him back. Now, if he could do that and get the respect of Fedor early, he might be able to pull off the same upset. I don't know if Groves was an upset, but he could pull off that same result, and this would be an upset. But I got Fedor putting him on the back foot and eventually stopping him like in the late rounds. You know, because if not a decision, I think he's gonna stop Najib like in the 10th round. This is, I believe, it's a championship battle, the WBA International Super Middleweight, so it's a 12-rounder. I think he's gonna stop him late and retain his championship. Oh, you hear all that stuff? They're fixing the roofs up here. So this is the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A. Follow us on Twitter. This is your boxing show. I'm just your host. Follow it on Twitter at RRTB Show, where it's the hot stuff. The hashtag Dragon on the Net, cause your show is hot. I'm just your host of your hot show, Dragons on the Net. Thumbs up. Don't forget to thumbs up. If you're a new person, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Let's get to each episode a nice 10 thumbs average. You know, you see we're a small show, so please be a new subscriber. Crank up the 361 to 500. And Dragon on the Net, baby. Hot spitting fire shit.